We have some exciting new updates to cover at Epic Universe. There's an official opening date for the hotels south of Epic Universe, as well as official names and concept art. Also, the portal to the Dark Universe has now been uncovered. We will also go over all the major progress happening at Super Nintendo World. Some interesting developments are taking place that you don't want to miss. Also, there's something new at the Central Dome attraction. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to get more Universal content like this. Today we'll start with some of the newest and most exciting news. The 2 hotels outside of Epic Universe has an official opening date. This breaking news is thanks to Lowe's hotel website. A landing page with the still under construction hotels was spotted on their website and then quickly taken down. But it was up long enough to reveal some great details about the newest Universal hotels. The website posted a January 21st, 2025 opening date. Now, Epic Universe isn't expected to open until summer 2025. However, there has been much speculation that these 2 resorts would be open before Epic Universe opens. So, if this date is truly the real opening date, then we'll be able to book stays sooner than summer 2025. Also, the official names for the hotels are Universal Terra Luna Resort and Universal Stella Nova Resort. Plus, we also have concept art for the resort. Here's a look at what the pool area will look like. You can also see the color transitioning tiles on the resort in blues and greens. Here's concept art of the lobby. These hotels will have a space theme. The rounded architecture and clean white walls give it that space feel. Here's what the quick service area is expected to look like. You can definitely tell that the same people who made Universal's Endless Summer Resorts are the same ones building this resort. They have a similar aesthetic. The website described this resort as inspired by the infinite vastness of the unknown universe, where galaxies spiral ever outward and unknown worlds revolve around unnamed stars. Here's concept art of what the rooms are expected to look like. The rooms have a space theme and will sleep 4. The resort will have 750 guest rooms, a pool bar and grill, pizza delivery, and several dining options. There will also be complimentary bus transportation to the Universal theme parks. Let me know if you plan on booking a stay before Epic officially opens. The next big update is over at the Dark Universe. Scaffolding around the portal is finally down. We can now get a good view of the rocks and tree roots wrapped around the portal. We can see an unfinished section in the rock work. Inside the portal is some wiring, like what we saw at the Wizarding World portal in one of our last updates. This could be for an admission podium. The inside of the portal is still unfinished. At the top of the portal we can see the beacon. There are some copper mechanisms that look like what you'd see in Frankenstein's lab. There's still some work being done at the back of the portal where scaffolding remains. This site has stone bricks. Down on the ground, some theming models have been spotted. Near the models, there are some recent frames that have been built around the cement feature. I've wondered for a long time what this might be. Perhaps it will be some kind of water feature. We'll have to wait and see. At the manor, where we have the main attraction rumored to be called Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment, some scaffolding has come down around the building, so we can now see some of the facade. Also, at the entrance of the attraction, some scaffolding has gone up. It looks like some metal frames with columns now surround the walking path to the entrance. The walls have been built up around what looks like a bridge. Last month, before the scaffolding went up, it looked like this. Here's another more recent picture where even more scaffolding has come down in the center of the manor. Now let's head to Super Nintendo World, where lots of progress has been made on the Mushroom Kingdom. Princess Peach's castle is coming to life. We now have 2 doorways off the sides of the entrance. The doorway on the right I believe will be a room with blocks to collect coins and possibly the 8-bit character of Princess Peach. That is, if it's like the one in Hollywood. The door to the left could be the exit to land. This is where it's placed at Super Nintendo World Japan. Although they don't have an escalator there in Japan, so if this is still where the exit is, it could look a little different since we will be exiting from the 2nd floor. There is another doorway on the 1st floor of the Mushroom Kingdom that I have wondered if this could be also another exit to land. They could have one on each level of the Mushroom Kingdom. We can also see where Princess Peach's gazebo will be placed. And there's an opening behind where the gazebo will be. Maybe Princess Peach will enter and exit from that doorway. The 1-Up Factory in Super Nintendo World, Japan has 2 entrances and exits to the shop. It appears that Epic Universe could be the same. We can see the main entrance here in the courtyard across from Toadstool Cafe. The other entrance to the shop is over here by the entrance to the Jungle Kingdom. Something interesting over here is that for the longest time the floor has been at different levels over by the Mario Motors shop and the rest of this level. This will be the exit shop for the Mario Kart ride, but now they've been adding flooring outside the entrance to Bowser's Castle, so this section is now the same level as the flooring in front of the shop. It seems like it could have been at least 4 feet of difference between the 2 sections. I'm starting to wonder if this whole section here will also get a much thicker flooring. Is the true floor where this line is around all the cement forms in this area? You can see the darker sections that stop before getting to the top of the cement. This could explain why some of the doorways over in this area aren't level with the ground. It's very interesting because that's quite the difference. It's at least a couple of feet of thickness that will be added, but I don't know construction. If any of you know why the flooring would be so thick, let me know. It looks like they are using rectangular blocks to build the floor and then pouring cement on top of it. Some of these pictures are from a week ago, and here are some of the more recent from a few days ago. We can see they have now layered out some of those rectangular white boards across the section, and now there are some wires being laid out across the white blocks. Also, the entrance to Bowser's Castle is now covered in scaffolding, ready to receive its facade. I made a video a few months ago comparing Super Nintendo World Japan with Epic Universes. Now things are becoming more clear where things are going, and I believe I was right to say that over here will be the Goomba Crazy Crank game, and next to it will be the slot machine game, something that Universal Studios Hollywood does not have, but Japan does. Over here we can see the start of what I believe will be the music notes. These light up to make music when punched. It looks like there are 6 steel poles sticking out. The one in Japan also has 6 blocks of notes and is about the same location. Yoshi's Adventure has been getting a bunch of theming with the green coloring. We can already see some of it. The outside of the 1-Up Factory doorway on this side should also be getting that green color scheme on it as well. The ride vehicles can also be spotted on the track covered, of course. A quick look over at the Donkey Kong minecart coaster shows more progress continuing on the outside of the front. This is where the waterfall will be as seen in the concept art. The Donkey Kong coaster in Japan will open in 2024 before Epic's. We'll be watching for when that opens to get an idea of what the finished product will look like here in Epic Universe. Here's the most recent pictures of Mount Beanpole. More walls have been painted. Also, it looks like they are starting to do some work where the snack stand will be. They will sell popcorn here if it's the same as Japan's version, called Pit Stop Popcorn. Over at the central hub, where the water show will be, they are continuing to work on the tiered seating around the fountain. The gateway into the Epic Universe has wood blocks around the archway to pour the cement. This will be our portal into Epic Universe. Each land has its own portal to transport us into new worlds. It makes me think of the movie Stargate, which later became a TV show. The concept is that they can travel to different worlds using an ancient technology that creates a wormhole. So perhaps these portals are using a similar concept as wormhole technology to transport us to the different worlds. Celestial Park is the central hub where we can rest between our travels, a place we can get food, shop, and even enjoy a few rides before we continue our adventures to the different worlds. Over at the Octagonal Restaurant, we can get a peek inside it. A most recent picture shows an opening in the scrim around it. Outside of the restaurant, they are preparing to pour concrete where the water feature will be. The ride rumored to be called Constellation Carousel has now received its first roof paneling. Soon it will be completely covered with all the panels, making it much harder to see the ride that will be installed in the center. Here we can see the panel up close with its intricate details. It will eventually have what looks like a stained glass covering around the dome. Thanks as always to BioReconstruct for providing photos into Epic Universe. The updates keep coming faster than I can keep up with, but I do my best to keep you updated. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.